Hi, I'm George from Digital High Road. Today's video we're going to be looking at setting up a good background image on like your landing page or a main page on your website or your blog. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go discuss a few things that I've found to be problems when you try to find a image and establish a good background image. And we're going to go over how to make that background image a better image for you, which will have better results for conversions for you. Hi, I'm George. Welcome to Digital High Road, the channel where I review the latest products that are being sold online. I provide tutorials designed to guide you and save you time, and the channel where I give you tips on what works online today in 2020. If you receive value from this video or any other of my videos, please like them. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to hit the bell so that you will receive proper notification every time I publish a new video. Now let's move on to today's video subject. But first, what I'm going to discuss is three different. I'm going to take an actual image from is pixabay.com. And what I'm going to do is we're going to discuss about the images. Okay, so here we're on Pixabay, and here's an image I looked up. I wanted a mountain image for a page I'm doing for my weather site. So I found this as an image that I wanted to download. Now we're going to come here as a free download. So I'm going to click on here, free download. I'm going to be given four choices of sizes, but the third one's the one I want. Always look at probably the size 1920 by 1108. That seems to work best with the width of a WordPress page or a page on a conventional browser today. So I'm going to download that. Okay, I'm going to come here and save image. Now what I want to do is I want to find the file, and I'm just going to download this to my desktop today to make it easier. This is called the Yellowstone National Park. So we're going to download that to our desktop. Okay, what we're going to do is I have found is that the next step I'm going to do is I want to reduce the size, the weight of the image, because it's going to go on my website. It'll affect the download time, and Google does take the download time and they use it for how they're going to rank your page. And or if it's not done for that reason, for SEO purposes, you'll be using it for a download on, you want someone to click and go there. If it's too long for it to load up, they may not wait for it to load up for you. So you want the download to be very quick and active for you. So what we're first going to do is I'm going to show you three different sources that you can use for reducing the size of the image that's going to be published on your page on your website. First is called Tiny PNG. Second one that we could recommend using is Kraken.io. The third one is called Optimizilla.com, which is actually found at a site called imagecompressor.com. I'll have links for these three image reduction sites. These are all free tools. The only one I saw that actually will make you pay for something if you have a pro version for the Kraken.io. So today I'm going to use the Tiny PNG, which is something I use a lot. I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to find my image I just downloaded. And as I do that, we're going to click on it. Okay, so we're back. We found it on the desktop. It's Yellowstone National Park. And click on that. It's going to come up here. It's going to automatically reduce the size of the file. It's compressing, and as it compresses, it'll come up with a result. It took away here, you save 13% on the download. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download that. I'm going to download it as a reduction. So I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm just going to put in here, I usually put this in here and label it as tiny. And then it's going to be the image that's been tiny sized, or it's tiny pinged for download size. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to load it up on my site. What we're going to do is go in here, and I'll show you that I previously downloaded this image. It's tiny Yellowstone National Park. So that's what that is there. Now the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to your website. And the reason I'm going to go over this picture size is because this is what you're going to get if you don't pick the right picture. You get a picture that has various colors and different sizes of things, objects in the picture. If you go to put your message, your hero text for your landing page or your important page, you can see it looks confused. It doesn't stand out because there's too much stuff going on in the background. So this is the image that doesn't work, and this is an image that does work. And this is the one we're going to show you in today's video how this works and how I set this up. So this is what you want, and this is what you don't want. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go back here to look at Yellowstone, to the pixels, the Pixabay site. So I'm going back to pixabay.com. I put in the term mountains. I'm going to do a search. As we do this search, you'll see different images pop up here. These are all free to be used. Now, if I could pick this picture here, but it's got a lot of different colors on it. And to try to get one line of text to stand out, and this area is too small. This area is large enough, but with the light that's adding on here, the brightness, it may not work. This is too busy as you go down through here. And you'll see that the reason I picked the picture I picked is because it has less confusion in it. This picture has enough blue colors and same blue color tones that I can take it and put a background behind it and then a background text over it that it will load up and will be seen very easily. Okay? Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go into your website. If it's a WordPress site, it's going to look like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new page. New page here. I'm going to just label this page Test 1 for the purposes now. And what I usually do is I save the draft because you have to either publish it or save it. And I'll save the draft here. And once I've saved this draft, I'll make sure it's saved. All right, flip. So now let's save. I'm going to launch because we're going to use Thrive Architect to set up this background image the way you want it. Now the Thrive Architect page will look like this. And here on the right, there's Add Element, and there's Change Template. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the template. I'm going to come down here. There's your default templates. I'm going to find landing pages. I'm going to click on a blank one. I usually use a blank style page. And then I'm going to down here choose my template. As this is loading up, it's going to look like this. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is we're going to take these top two images here and we're going to change them to below. I'm going to change this one to below because what I want is my background section on the top. And then I'm going to click on my background section. And over here on the left, it's going to open up. I got the landing page, which we just established, and the breadcrumbs show us at a background section. What we're going to do here is we're going to go to main options. We're going to make this a full width. So that your landing page covers from left side to the right side. I'm going to come here and I can change the size of this top area a little bit. I'm going to enlarge that to maybe 100 or so. Just so it's a little bit bigger and larger to work with. I'm going to change this here. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save my work. Okay. I'm going to save my work every 2 or 3 things I do. I'm going to save my work because it's important that I don't lose anything I've done. I've done this many times before with different things, where I'm setting up a blog page, landing page, any artwork, whatever, in Canva, whatever. And if I don't save it, I have lost things before, and that's very upsetting to do that. We're going to go to background section next. And the first thing we're going to do to make our picture stand out is we're going to add a layer. So we're here in the background section. We're going to add a layer of color. Now the picture I showed you earlier is a blue tone picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a blue color just as a background. Because what's going to happen is, as I set this first before the image and the text, this will load up first. So I want this layer to be the first thing that loads up. So as this background loads up, the text will come in and show up very easily before the picture comes in as the third thing on the load. So anyway, so there I am. The next thing I want to do is I want to add an image. So as I'm going to add an image, first I want to square it up, because as I do previews down here, go from the full desktop over to the cell phone, I want everything to line up in the center. I want the image to constantly line up in the center. So I'm going to make sure it's in the center. And then I'm going to click on Choose Image. It's going to go to Media Library. I already downloaded this picture. Now here, I'm going to look, I got to make sure, let me move myself up here a little bit. I'm at full size. I'm at 1920 x 1108. The reason I want to make sure of that is because they're going to give you options here. And I want to make sure I'm at full size, because I don't want my picture to be pixelated. As it goes from one type of user to another, the picture could break down if the pixels are not lined up properly. So what we're going to do is insert that in the post, and then there's our image. Let me move myself back down. Okay, so we've got that here. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to go back here to the right. I'm going to add something here. Remember, this is an element. We're going to add a text element. We want text and writing. We're going to add it, click and drag to the center. And here it is, right here. Okay? So I'm going to change that to sign up for your free report. This will be for my landing page. Okay? And once I have that text sign up, I'll get rid of some of the other text. Okay? Well, the next thing we want to do is we want that. You can't see the text right now. What we're going to do is we have to change the color. Now I'm going to save my work again. Okay? And I'm still on the text here. So what I want to do is I want to come up here, and we're going to center this. Okay, that's going to center it here. Okay. Now, what we want to do is, okay, so we're here in the text. Okay, my browser's right there. I'm going to come over here to main options. Okay, I'm going to click on that and then color. And what I want to do is I want to make this lighter, because we have basically a dark background. So we're going to add this in here. Okay, we'll make this light, close to white. Okay, and then we're going to apply that color. Okay, now we've got fonts here, and I have Google Fonts Open Sans. Okay, what I'm going to do is we'll go back here, and we're going to apply that again. Now here in image size, I'm going to enlarge this up. Since we're going to go full page with this in a second, I'm going to go up to probably 70-72. Okay. Now that's important. We've got the background, and your image is enlarged. Okay. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to the page, and I'm going to save the draft. Okay, this is important. I'm going to save the draft here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a preview so we can see what our page looks like. As you do that, here's what it looks like. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back here and we're going to go back to the background section. And remember, I moved this here. I'm going to make this, bring us up to about 700-800. I'm going to save my work there. Okay. And what I'm going to do then is go back here to my test. Actually, we'll go back to our page and we'll save the draft again. Okay, once we've done that, then we'll go back here and reload my page. And there you have it. Full background page, full width, image background, picture shows up. It's going to load up background color, then your report in text, and then your background image. So that's what this video is about. Wanted to thank you for joining me today. If you got value out of this video, please click like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get updated every time I publish new content to the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Places that you can go to get free images that have no attribution. You don't have to have any fallback, anything that you're going to have problems with. You can download the images for free and edit them as you wish. So my 3 sources, which I'm going to have links for in the description below the video. First is going to be pexels.com. The second one is going to be a site called unsplash.com. And my third source of free images today we're going to discuss, and this is the one